It doesn't matter who you grew up with, watching with your dad while you sat on his lap. The greatest of all time is Roman Reigns. Our Tribal Chief.
What a promo. He's become somewhat of a Twitter heel.
I don't want to be that. It was because of the Chris Van Vliet show.
No!
The day that clip went out, I became this evil man.
What a time to be a wrestling fan.
What a great time. With social media, it's so hard to put things behind the curtain. When they do flip things on their head, it's got to feel good.
Who do you think is John Cena's final opponent?
If his opponent is John is leaving with that title.
I think he loses it at SummerSlam.
Whoa!
Yes.
Cena has done so much. He is allowed to go out however he wants to go out.
Let me bounce this off of you.
Okay.
What if?
I agree. He has to.
Good to see you again.
Man, thanks for having me, man.
Last time you were on the show, you were not a wrestling podcaster.
No, right?
Yeah.
Look at the time. And boy, I still made news.
Did you look at the landscape and you just went, you know what? There's not enough wrestling podcasts out there.
It was like
we need at least one more.
Because I'd always thought about it. I had always like pondered it. I was gonna do something with my sister on Twitch or something like that. But then Rich called and I'm like, Rich Eisen, he called and, he gave me this offer. He even said, if I wanted to bring my sister along and laid it all out. And then TJ Jefferson, my podcast partner, he's, the way that our show is balanced is I'm new school, he's old school, so he knows. He's a bit of a historian because he was literally there. I remember when we first like were talking, he asked me when I started to watch. I was like, really, like watching weekly was about 98, early 2000s. And then he goes, all right, I started watching in 1982. And I was like, whoa.
What? How old is he?
That's what I'm saying. He is like that, and that's a like running joke on our shows that like we don't know how old TJ is. Got to cut him in half and count the rings. But yeah, when it came time for it, it was like I'm doing it on Twitter for free every day anyway. I might as well possibly get paid for it.
No contest wrestling.
Yeah, no contest, bro.
So you've been doing it like a year?
Almost.
You've had some big guests.
Yeah. I had to pull the black book a little bit. And also Rich Eisen helps.
Well, I mean,
Rich Eisen helps.
I've been at wrestling events with you.
Yeah.
Everybody knows who you are.
Yeah, but it's cool when your first episode could be CM Punk. Yeah. That really helps.
Yeah, well, you came out guns blazing.
Yeah. To be able to get Punk. He shot our show up the charts like first day, and we've kind of been riding that wave, and so it was like this before, but especially now, no one can ever tell Shay anything about CM Punk. Greatest guy in the world.
Who's the dream guest?
Ooh. I really want a longer talk with Roman, because at the Rumble we had like 6 minutes with him. So to have a real sit down 45 to an hour with Roman, that would probably be the white whale, but of course Dwayne too. Dwayne or Austin
would be great.
Yeah, that would be fun just to get stories from them.
I feel like Roman at this stage of his career would be great.
Mm-hmm.
Like talking to Roman a year or two ago, I feel like he's one of those people that really blurs the line between like real and kayfabe.
Yeah.
Getting him now where he's not as deep into the heel work,
Yeah.
I feel like you could get some really authentic answers from him.
Right. It'd be like Kobe towards the end when Kobe wasn't just out to kill you every time.
What a great reference. It's so true.
Yeah. Kobe was like really just passing the torch and like really nice to everybody. Yeah, I feel you.
With The Rock doing Smashing Machine later this year.
Yeah.
And like really sinking his teeth into like the meat of like a role that has that much on the bone. I feel like he's going to be doing some podcasts.
Yeah.
I hope I'm on that list.
Right? It's like, come on, Dwayne, baby. Yeah, when I saw the trailer for that, I was like, oh yeah, he's going for it. Yeah. He's going, and rightfully so. You're the biggest star in the world, and they still try to shortchange you on stuff. So why not show them another, part of your talent? And I hope it does great. I'll support it, and it'll be around our 50th episode. around that time, Dwayne. I'm just saying, it'd be a great 50th episode.
Are you able to watch movies, being in the industry and being an actor? Are you able to watch them and just enjoy them, or do you watch them with a critical eye?
No, that's been ruined for me for about 10 years now. Like, I watch things and go, that was probably annoying to film. Like, a movie where I'm supposed to be able to just turn my brain off, like Godzilla vs. Kong. You're just going, it's Godzilla vs. Kong. Yeah. Like, I'm sitting here critiquing it. But when I saw the scene where Godzilla flips the ship over and the lady's underwater and she has to hit the button, I'm like, that was probably annoying as hell. Are you kidding? Because I was in Godzilla. So I know King Ghidorah, whenever he's on screen, they had to bring a hurricane. So I'm getting doused with water all day. And like, when I can't explain, like, you have to be there to see how much water they use on you. And then it's terrible. It's terrible.
So you're looking at these scenes, you're just thinking about, like,
on the day, what it would be.
Yeah, what it looked like on the page, what it looked like filming on the day.
Yeah, and it's never, whatever you think and while you're reading is never what it's really like when you get there.
Give me an example of that from one of your movies.
Like Den of Thieves, for example, like, you see all this heist information and you're like, all right, they're probably going to shoot that like this. And then, like, when I get there, Christian Gudegazza goes, all right, now put on your rappel rope and jump down this elevator. Like, whoa, I'm pretty sure you know how to fake this a little bit better than me actually getting up there and doing it.
You, not a stunt performer?
They made us rappel down this elevator shaft. There's certain shots where if they don't show the face, you can, like, get a stunt guy in there. But Christian be real up on you all the time. So, yeah, me and Gerard and everyone else, we had to rappel. It's so weird. I thought we were playing pretend for money.
Did you get a bump in pay when you're doing your own stunts?
No. Once you sign for it, it's what you get, bro. Yeah.
So you look at it on the page and you go, well, that's going to look like this or this.
How about the fact that they kicked me in the middle of the ocean for real? Yeah. We got in a boat and drove for like half an hour. And I'm like, there's no way we don't have a tank. Like, didn't Lionsgate do this? We don't have nothing we can fake.
Well, they wanted that big zoom out shot with the drone.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yep. So who am I to go against the art? And they kicked us in the middle of the ocean.
Is that the movie you get recognized for the most, Den of Thieves?
Right now, yeah. I mean, obviously, my dad is the first thing people see when they see me. But as far as, like, movies that I've been talked to about, Den of Thieves has kind of surpassed Straight Outta Compton. It being two of them really helps.
You got a franchise,
but
and a third one on the way.
Yeah, bro. So it's it's been really nice. It's been really chill.
You've got the Netflix effect there too.
Yes,
right. Especially during that first week, you open up Netflix. There it is.
We got Netflix has like become your second spot to try to get number one. And for Den of Thieves, when it came out, we were number one in January, but January was, at least here in LA, the fires were happening. So it's hard to, like, go on a talk show and be like, I know things are bad, but go see my movie. I didn't want to do that. And so promotional wise, on this side, I did my promotion on the East Coast a lot, but on this side, it was a little lesser than I would have liked. But we still got to number one, and then once it hit Netflix, got to number one again. So, I mean, what else can I do?
How long does it get into filming where Gerard Butler becomes just Jerry?
It took me a while.
Just call me Jerry.
Yeah, it took me a while. He told me to just call him Jerry on the first one. But I'm like, you Gerard Butler my whole life. I'm going to call you Gerard. And on the second one, we became neighbors and, like, we started, like, really talking and, like, having conversations. I would go to his spot for us to go over scenes, and I got to know him. And then he became Jerry. And he's so chill that from the jump, that's what he wants you to call him.
So you have a few big movies on the way, right? Like, what do you...
Dude, I got something funny on the way that I'm really excited about that I go to film in August with my man Dave Franco, who's one of the best friends that I've gotten from acting, and Peter Dinklage, who I can't wait to talk to about Game of Thrones. I know he's tired of talking about Game of Thrones, but like it's stuff I gotta know, man.
What a cast.
Yeah, right. It's like it's really gonna be fun. It's a road trip comedy. And yeah, we're gonna have a ball on that. What I've been doing lately in between, because before I just used to wait for majors. But I remembered after Straight Outta Compton, I didn't get work for a year, and I was shocked by that. I was like, just had the #1 movie in the country, like, #1 on the call sheet. I'm expecting, at least that's what I thought it was going to be like. The phone was going to be blowing up. And so I kind of had to find what the next thing was, and I did Ingrid Goes West, and Ingrid Goes West kind of fell in my lap because I had saw Aubrey Plaza at a award show where I was presenting, and she was presenting too. And I went to go say hi to her, and these ladies, bless them, stopped me and like wanted to take pictures, tell me how their grandson loves Straight Outta Compton. I'm like, I'm trying to get to Aubrey Plaza. Look up, Aubrey Plaza's gone. Get on Twitter, as I do, and talked about how like I almost got to meet Aubrey, but of course that didn't happen. So the night's going well. She sees that, DMs me, tells me she's got this movie, and she wants me to play in it. I'm like, all right, here's my number, or she gave me hers. But anyway, I text her and said, hey, it's Batman. From there, she goes, great. And then we set up a meeting. Batman. We get to the spot that the meeting is. She goes, how do you like the script? I'm like, what script? She's like, the script for the movie. I said, you didn't send me a script. What's my email? She was like, well, then why did you say you were Batman? And I was like, I'm Batman. I don't know. I love Batman. And then she goes, well, your guy in the script loves Batman. And I kind of already told everybody that you said, yeah. So I was like, all right, so I got to do it now. So that's how I got Ingrid Goes West. And Ingrid Goes West has done more for me in circle-wise than I would say a Straight Outta Compton. Straight Outta Compton obviously still backed me. But I've gotten maybe 4 roles strictly because they watched Ingrid Goes West. I got Obi-Wan Kenobi because of Ingrid Goes West.
So look, we're talking about all these movies you've done, all these massive names. You don't need to have a wrestling podcast. I love that you do. I love that you do. But why?
It was obviously I love wrestling. I'm always going to love wrestling. I'm always going to have an opinion about it. And in my adult age, what I've learned to love about wrestling, especially since becoming an actor, is that they're doing, in a way, very similar to what I do, but with no cuts, no redos, and they have to add to their character every week. It's not like, they got season 2 in a month's couple of times, So it was a newfound appreciation for it. Broadway with violence, baby. And so, that's why I'll always, now have this different attachment that I have to it. But the strike, when we went on strike, that scared the hell out of me. It was 7 months of no income after I just had probably my second biggest movie I ever had with Den of Thieves. On the day we stopped filming, we went on strike. And Swagger season 2 comes out the day after the strike starts. So I can't promote Swagger season 2, and then we get dropped by Apple. And so now I was in a weird spot of just at any time, because there's an argument between people that I probably will never meet, they can cut off my income and I'm just here. So I needed to find something that I could rely on. And wrestling don't give a damn. Wrestling gonna wrestle. They're gonna be there no matter what. So it's a job that I'll always have.
Yeah, you're on Twitter a lot.
Yeah.
And you don't seem to be afraid of giving your opinion on there.
No.
You become somewhat of a Twitter heel.
And I don't want to be that, but it was because of the Chris Van Vliet show that really brought that out of me.
No.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. The day that clip went out, and it was near my birthday, the day that clip went out, I became just this evil man to everybody who chooses their own brand of wrestling. And it was if you watch the full episode, which I will give you, I specifically say that I am not trying to trash anybody. I just have my opinion on things. But after that, after explaining myself over and over and over and over again, I realized that there are some people who know that information, but just want to poke me anyway. So if you want to see a bad guy, I'll give you a bad guy.
You're going to turn into a villain?
Bro, I no problem at all with that.
It's so unfortunate that if you like AEW, somehow that means that you have to hate WWE.
Yep.
And if you like WWE, somehow that is interpreted as you have to hate AEW.
You have to hate AEW, which is not the case.
And I just don't get it because, like, I love wrestling. And I've always loved wrestling. I watched WCW and ECW and WWE. And then when TNA came around, I watched that. I think the more, the better. It gives our friends more opportunities to go wrestle all over the world. I don't know why the fans are the ones who are saying, like, you can only watch this one company. And if you only watch this one company, you have to hate the other companies.
Yeah, and I have so many friends in both companies.
Same.
That, like, I want to see them succeed. And also, like, it's just, there's also people on Twitter who aren't even real people. They're literally machines. They're bots. And, like, it's just this hate soup that they put together. And, you know, the people who can read, you know, what I'm putting out and comprehend what I'm saying, they get that I look at both sides and I talk trash. I don't like everything that's happening at either brand, you know. So they just see my words for what they are. Other people think I got an agenda to push, and I stopped caring about wanting to prove them people wrong. It was like, bro, if you think I'm a villain, I will give you the heel that you think I am.
Well, the problem is people will only see, like, the one tweet that goes viral.
Your negative tweets get more spin than your positive ones.
Which is so unfortunate.
Yeah, so you got what I learned is anything about it, just put a hashtag on it. That way they can search up what you said about it and then get their opinion on it. But yeah, your negative tweets are going to get the most spin.
Yeah, so you could say all kinds of things about how you like this, you like this, you like this. And then the one tweet.
Yeah, that was weird. That's going to get 2 million views.
Yeah, and it's so, man, it's just so unfortunate that that's where we're at.
Yeah, I mean,
and look, it's not just wrestling. I think it's important to point that out.
Yeah,
it's hardcore fandom about whatever it is.
Stands.
It's whatever. Like,
will go at your neck.
NBA Twitter's like that. NFL Twitter's like that.
Yeah.
Major League Baseball Twitter. All of it, right? Star Wars Twitter. You name it. If there is a passionate group of fans, they will be at either ends of the spectrum going, I love this. And there will be people on the other side going, I hate this.
I used to have a bit on Twitter, and it's not even close, where I would pin something against something else and just talk about how much is better and say it's not even close at the end of it. When I say instant, just fire would be spewed at me from that, because it'll be something crazy like, Monster's the best, and it's not even close. You see what I did there?
I do. I
see what
you did.
But it's not even close. Yeah, and it's not even close. And then from there, anybody who likes anything else is just gonna flood you. But from there, brands used to send me stuff because it'd be like, "Hey, man, thanks for that."
Hey. Is that how you got the Monster sponsorship?
Oh no, this is my part of the big three. Shout out to the big three.
What?
Yeah, the big three, we're sponsored by Monster. And so with me and my dad being two celebrities that we are, we sponsored by Monster.
It's so true, though, because if you can say, like, I'll give you a perfect example. Cody is the best, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
Cody is the worst, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
You're going to have passionate people on both sides of that.
Yeah.
Fighting for how good he is or fighting for how bad he is.
And it's not even close is so disrespectful. It's not even close. Yeah, so they got to talk to you.
Quick time out from this episode, and a huge shout out to NordVPN for sponsoring this episode and for keeping me safe when I'm spending time online. Wi-Fi networks, especially free public Wi-Fi, can be compromised by criminals who are going in there and trying to steal your data. But that's not the case when you have NordVPN. And it's incredibly easy to use, whether it's on your phone, your laptop, your tablet, or whatever you're using to access the internet. And it is lightning fast. In fact, it is the fastest VPN on the planet. And one of the best things about NordVPN is you can change your virtual location with just one click, so you can access content that's not available where you live. For example, the OG WWE Network is still available if you change your virtual location to a place where it still does exist. Head to nordvpn.com/CVV to take advantage of this exclusive deal that's going on right now. Check out those prices plus 4 extra months. And NordVPN has a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you realize this isn't for you, no problem. They've got you covered. Go to nordvpn.com/CVV today. But it just seems like you put out your takes and you don't seem to care what people think about them.
No, and I learned that from Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless will say any dumb thing and just put it out there and mute his tweet, and there it is.
I feel like, though, sometimes that there's people that are just like, it's genuine rage bait.
Yeah,
I don't
100%.
feel like your tweets are not rage bait.
No, I've never done anything, that wasn't between two companies to send me free stuff that was rage bait. I don't like that. It's just like mean-spirited, and it makes anything you say afterwards just like with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
That's not really you.
If somebody doesn't like one of your wrestling takes, they immediately go, well, you're just a nepo baby.
Yeah, and I'm like, you damn right I am. You damn right I am.
Yeah, you had one tweet.
I suggested for everybody.
You were like, am I supposed to apologize for like,
oh, you had a good family.
Like being raised well?
Yeah, like what do you do? It's not nothing I chose, but it's not nothing I'm going to throw away either. It's like there's no way to make me feel bad about that. And I wear that with such a badge because, number one, how much I love my dad. But then number two, like, there's no real disrespect there. There's no real anything that can really affect the person you're telling is a nepo baby. So I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, what was you said, like, what specifically you said, like, am I supposed to be mad for having an easy childhood?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, you had an easy life. You got me. Like, oh man, what do I do? I'm not being like, there's nothing you can go from that. And it just shows me that, oh, you're mad. And to quote my man TJ, I'm going to buy you a cape. So now you're super mad.
Super mad.
Yeah, dude.
I saw so many people, though, jumping on that going, like, that's the perfect response.
Yeah, like.
That is the great response to, like, you didn't choose how you were raised.
No. I'm sorry I hit the baby lottery. What do you want me to do?
Sorry, my dad's super successful.
Yeah, bro, don't yell at me. Yell at your dad. I don't know. What do you want me to do? Like, what do I do with that information?
I think, though, on the flip side of it, you could go, your dad's Ice Cube, that is setting you up for a difficult time, right? You're always going to be compared to him, not just because your dad's Ice Cube. Yeah. You share his name, too.
Yeah, and look like him. Which is,
you look just like him.
Yeah, so like it holds its challenges. I'm sure there's unseen things that I have to deal with that I'm not aware of.
I remember Freddie Prinze Jr. saying that what's difficult when you're named after your dad is you're kind of like a statue for your dad, right?
For sure.
And then there's always going to be the comparisons of junior to senior.
Yeah.
And he's like Ken Griffey Jr. to Ken Griffey Sr. It's like always the comparison of like, will you live up to the life that your dad lived, to the career that he had?
Yeah, the two heaviest letters in the alphabet when they're next to each other is JR. Like that is like a real thing that you have to personally overcome, and then realize that the idea of a shadow or like, any of that type of talk is from third parties. It's never really how you're treated at home or anything like that. And even when it came down to picking my career, I know that my family name in music is just untouchable, but in film, I could take us to new places, and I feel like I've been on the right track in these first 10 years. Actors, you can act for a long time, so I know I'm still on just the beginning of where we're going to go. And it's things like the No Contest Wrestling podcast where I can show a little bit more of my personality and also connect with people that I think will also aid the film career. When I first did media training, the first thing they teach you is relatability is likability. And so when you have somebody who is looked at as a celebrity and then they show you like, oh no, you like the same things I like. Yeah, I'm human, bro. I got a cool job. And so from there, I've really gotten a positive response from people. Like Instagram, respect to Instagram, but Instagram is just so much kissing my own ass, like posting pictures of me all the time. That's why if you look on my Instagram, there's not a lot of pictures of me. I'd rather show people cool things that we all can connect with. Muhammad Ali had a quote, and I'm paraphrasing it, but instead of selling myself, I'd rather get you to buy into you. So then from there, you have that relatability, and it's like, nah, this dude's cool. And that's all I need from you to have a fan for life.
And it's interesting that when people find something, like you're wearing a One Piece shirt.
Yeah.
Right?
One Piece is real, bro.
And now you have a whole bunch of people going, Shay loves One Piece?
Oh,
real, man.
Bro. I got Tony Chopper on my back right now, bro.
Like when you showed up today and I was like, are you wearing the same shoes as me? And we are. We're both wearing the same Jordan 4s.
Come on, bro.
Look at these.
You see it. You see it, bro. High five. Slap hands. But yeah.
It's like there's some sort of relatability in that. Of like I love bass fishing. And I talk about that. And there's a lot of people who are like, oh, you're into fishing?
Yeah. It's like a same.
It's like the scene in Step Brothers. Did we just become best friends?
Yep. Exactly, dude.
And that's what pro wrestling was for you. Like that was the connective tissue for wrestling fans.
Bro, that was all I needed back in school. You know, when I found out somebody was talking about Raw.
Oh, man.
Like, dude.
I remember walking down the hall of my high school and there was someone wearing an Austin 316 shirt. And he had never worn a wrestling shirt before. And I was like,
yeah.
Hey, what? One of us?
Exactly, dude. That's how I feel when I see Laker jerseys out of town. Just that point right there.
8 or 24?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. It's just like
it's always 8
moment.
or 24.
Yeah, all day, dude.
What do you think? 8 or 24?
I mean, 8. The thing about 8 is I will watch number 8, Kobe, not thinking like we're going to win. We're going to win no matter what. The days of that early staples, you know, Shaq, Kobe, and Phil, there was no like, everything else was just so beneath me, especially like I was a kid. So like our first championship in 2000 with Shaq and Kobe, I'm in 3rd grade. So like during that time, I'm not really invested. That 24, I was trying to prove people wrong about Kobe every day. All right. I had like full on arguments with people about Kobe every day. So that 24 is different. And 24 is my favorite number. It's my birthday.
Oh, well, there we go.
Yeah, bro.
With what you're doing on the podcast, have you had some of those conversations off camera where someone tells you something and you're like, oh man. I'm glad we're not rolling because I'm privy now to this information, but man, you just dropped a bomb.
Yeah, it's always right before they leave.
Yes.
It's always right before they leave. I'll be like, man, you lucky I'm a good man.
Yes.
Because if I was a scumbag.
But you're also like, well, that's a lot of trust. You're telling me that?
Yeah, and I have to wear that trust like a badge of honor.
Same.
Because I want you to come back.
I knew about, I'm not going to say any names here, about a specific match.
Yeah.
And it was like, wow, you're telling me about that thing.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey,
and
thank you.
And then the match came to fruition and I was like, I knew about that 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a pretty big match that I'm not sure I was told the finish to, but if it happens the way that I was kind of told, then I'm gonna be like, wow,
he's the
homie for real.
You and I about a month ago were in a conversation.
Yeah, and it was
a piece of information was
kind of said, but not really, but like kind of said.
And then you called me up and you were like, Did
he say that?
Did he? And I'm like, I think he said that.
Listen, if it leads to if things pan out the way that we think we heard, that dude's my homie for life.
Like, is that the thing that he said?
Yeah,
that's good. If that happens, that changes,
bro,
everything.
First of all, internet's gonna explode. The internet's going to explode, and it was just like, man, there it is. But God bless all of them. What
a time to be a wrestling fan right now.
What a great time.
I mean, there's so much going on right now, and I feel like every week on Raw or SmackDown, if there's a PLE, like there is the capability of something to happen that changes everything for the next few months or even beyond that.
Yeah, it's such a, and with this time, they found this pocket right now that I feel, because with social media, with just how much access people have, it's so hard to put things behind the curtain now. And when they do flip things on their head, it's got to feel good. Whether or not we, the fans, are loving it or hating it, the fact that they still can do that is like, that's got to be the best feeling for somebody who's really behind there.
John Cena made some comment in an interview recently, and he said, like, we've been listening to the fans a lot and we've made some pivots. And I was like, so like, that means they've been making like last minute, maybe last second pivots. And we don't even know that they're happening.
Yeah.
And then we end up getting what we get on screen. And I think that that's the beautiful thing is like, we don't know what the original idea was.
Yeah.
We're just seeing how it's playing out.
And that's what the bigger no contest wrestling gets, I would love to have some of those who are behind the curtain let us know original plans.
Yeah.
Once they've already happened, We're still so fresh. We're still coming off the last bits of WrestleMania, as far as like what we're talking about. Like, so we still got some time. You gave me and TJ such great advice one time when we asked, like, how can you move as freely as you do as far as guests and things like that? And you were like, listen, I'm in the 700s. We were like at 30 at the time that we asked you. So, we've been giving it some time. But yeah, the pivots also injury based. We don't know what Zoe Stark was about to have done for her.
Yeah.
Liv. I'm sure Liv shook the core of the entire locker room where things were going to go.
Think about when CM Punk got injured.
Yeah.
And how much that changed things, especially leading into WrestleMania.
First Cody injury.
Right.
That probably, the tribal chief was always going to hit 1,000, but it probably would have shook it up a little bit.
What would WrestleMania 40 have looked like had the fans not turned on the original plan that The Rock had?
It would have been having our tribal chief with the title. That's what it would have looked like.
You think it would have been Rock and Roman?
Rock and Roman. Come on, man. Rocky and Philly. It goes together, bro.
And they've been teasing The Rock and Roman for years now.
Yeah.
Sounds like we were really close at 39. The Rock basically said that something in the last minute didn't feel right about the deal they were making. I wonder if it happens now.
I know.
Like the further away we get from it, the less likely it seems like it's going to happen.
Yeah, because then after the 39 thing, and it was kind of like the final boss situation when him joining the bloodline, the thing that they did with Solo in the new bloodline kind of felt like what they were supposed to be doing with The Rock and Roman, of having just like The Rock with the new bloodline, Roman with the OG bloodline. But then it kind of felt like Rock dipped and they gave it to Solo, and Solo's been doing great.
Solo's
been doing great, man.
And he's hilarious too.
He's hilarious. What a guy. But yeah, I don't know if we get it now. It's always going to be there, but it's so important that they put it in at the right spot, and then get the proper build up, because if fans nowadays, when they can feel when it's just thrown together, and it just doesn't have the build up that it needs. So yeah, they have to treat that right. They know it.
We've got a long time before WrestleMania 42, but if things keep going the way they're going with Rock as a big heel, Roman hasn't officially turned babyface, but he's getting a lot of babyface reactions. Maybe that's when we see Rock versus Roman.
Vegas. Oh man, you saw my post. I'll never financially recover from this one. This is it for me. This is gonna be, because not only is it the event, but like it's a 2-nighter. Plus I go to NXT. Plus I go to Raw. And like if I'm trying to hit that SmackDown too, and I got to get rooms, and then I'm gonna go out. I can't do that back to back.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
All the Travis Scott in the world can't save me right now. But it's a possibility. It's always a possibility. They know the talk that happened after 41, and they know 42 got to be crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Who do you think is John Cena's final opponent?
The Punk thing hurt. The Punk thing hurt because I thought, in my mind, in my fantasy booking that all fans do, I thought they were going to save that for the Saturday night main event in Boston, because, rewind a little bit, when Punk and Cena were going at it, when the roles were reversed, and Punk was the one that was trying to take the belt and leave, it was in Punk's hometown. So I thought they were going to do that same thing in John's hometown and like have it that way, but they just did it in Saudi. So man, I don't know, but I think if I know how John is, it's going to be somebody to pass a torch to a little bit. He's going to put somebody over as opposed to somebody who's a vet, and who's been doing it. So like a Randy or any of his past rivalries, I don't think is going to be the person. I think it's going to be someone of the new school that he's going to put over and kind of have that traditional wrestling look up at the lights for your last match.
I thought for sure it was going to be Randy Orton because there's so much history there. And when they called their match at Backlash one last time, I went, well,
yeah, right.
Okay, all right. Well, that's out. Wrong. I felt the same way that you felt about CM Punk. I thought, okay, well, that'd be a really good final match. When they called that at Night of Champions one last time, I went, all right, well, I guess that's off the list.
Yeah, it's like, what do I do?
And then it's like,
Edge is gone.
I don't know though. Honestly. So let's think about this one. He was on my podcast last May. And he said he had about a year and a half left on his contract. And he's like, and he was just talking about like, I don't know how much longer I want to wrestle for. Yeah. I'm in my 50s. So he debuted on October 1st, 2023. So if he had about a year and a half left, I'm assuming it's a 2-year contract.
Right.
So that would take us to October 1st, 2025, except he has injury time. He broke his leg. Is the injury time going to be added on? How much injury time is going to be added on?
Right.
There's a lot of questions there. But could you imagine there's a scenario where John Cena has a mystery opponent and out of nowhere we hear, on this day.
Oh my God. I mean, number one, the pop would be insane because
there's so much history there.
Yeah, there's a lot. And he does really feel like the missing piece as far as this farewell tour. That would be crazy. But I feel like, I don't know if I feel like if one of his opponents is one of his old rivals, John is leaving with that title. That's just how I feel in my heart.
I think he loses it at SummerSlam.
Whoa.
Yes.
Okay.
Why else would they set up Cody, John Cena again for Cody to lose again to John Cena? Cody is the guy right now.
True that.
Why would you give him a rematch for him to lose again? Unless there's some, funny business going on
it's
there.
Funny business,
right.
Man. It's always funny business. It's always, and then you got Seth looming over the whole thing. So like, there's always funny business. And I was one of the people who at WrestleMania, sure, I was happy because I needed payback for 40. I needed payback for 40.
Because you're a Roman guy.
Man, I'm a Roman guy, dude. And so just that cold Philadelphia air after you lost the title. I needed that. I wanted to be excited as everyone to see The Undertaker. But I was like, what are you even doing here? You've never even talked to Cody. But so I needed my payback for 40. After I got my payback, I'm like, all right, so what's John going to do? And at first I was amongst the party of just like, what is this? What's happening? And then I, speaking to people that are, in the works, John Cena has done so much. He is allowed to go out however he wants to go out, whatever he wants to do.
And I think that John Cena will be the one to tell you, it's not up to me.
Yeah.
So whatever.
So who knows?
Whatever they want me to do, sure.
Yeah.
I think they made a big mistake in the main event at WrestleMania 41 when the crowd was cheering John Cena and booing Cody. Reminded me of WrestleMania 18 where Rock and Hogan went in and basically went, all right, we got to switch things up now.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to work as a heel and I'm going to work as a babyface. I feel like they just worked the match that they had already planned. Mm. So Cody's doing these babyface things and getting a heel reaction and vice versa. And it's like, I feel like they should have listened a little bit to the crowd and reworked the match a bit.
Yeah. And it's one of those, I'm sure every wrestler sees every match they have. And if I had it back, this was what I would do. But yeah, it definitely ended with that was it? But meanwhile, me and my little brother, shout out to Sharif, who has been a member of C Nation from the beginning. And I couldn't stand every single victory. But that day, I got to take my little brother to John Cena's last time winning a title at Mania. We went night 1 and night 2. Night 1, I get to see Punk in his main event. So, I take the chair, right? They didn't take their chairs. But night 2, when he saw Cena get that victory, yeah, let me get this one. Let me get this one. Took his chair, got his ticket. So, I was really happy about that. But now that you mention 18, which is the answer for something coming up, by the way. But now that you mention 18, yeah, it did feel like that. And that's another thing I want to bring up. The WWE crowds, as much as I love them, they don't know their role. They don't know their role. They don't, I'm so tired of y'all singing Seth Rollins' song after he just trashed you, or thank you Cena after he just committed a crime. It bothers me. I get it. We're all happy to be there, but we have a role that we gotta play, and they just don't do it.
I think the Cena appreciation I understand. Because it's this is the last time we're going to see him in our city.
Yeah.
And he said all these mean things about us, but it's but it's John Cena.
It's John Cena.
Yeah, that's John Cena. It's Anthony Hopkins has this incredible performance as Hannibal Lecter, and you're like, yeah, but it's Anthony Hopkins. Who cares? Who cares what the character was doing?
Yeah,
what a performance.
Yeah, right. Wait till the cameras cut off and John come out and say bye. But during when Shinsuke Nakamura turned heel, they changed his music so we wouldn't sing his song anymore.
Yep. They did it with AJ Styles too.
Yeah, Seth turns heel. We're just it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So I think it's easy to turn heel, and we saw that with John Cena, right?
It's fun.
You take the biggest baby face, you kick him in the nuts, that's it. Boom, instant heel. It's hard to turn face. There's usually not a singular moment that allows you to become a baby face. But I feel like John has had these moments of good guy tendencies over the last few months. Mm-hmm. So let me bounce this one off of you.
Okay.
What if at SummerSlam, Cody Rhodes beats John Cena? Mm-hmm. Seth's music hits. Seth comes out. He's going to cash in. He cashes in. He's about to do it. And John Cena takes out Seth Rollins.
Instant.
Saves Cody Rhodes.
Instant.
I've been thinking about this one for a while. That seems like the moment that could make John Cena officially a babyface again. Because he can't be a heel this entire run. I don't think that's going to happen.
Right. And people don't want that. People don't want that, And I was a part of the crowd who didn't like Cena because I was like, he's such a goody two-shoes guy. Rey Mysterio, I never want to see Rey Mysterio turn heel.
Yeah.
There were moments when John was the Doctor of Thugonomics where I was like, this dude is dope. This guy's cool. And then he once you do a couple Marine movies, he just became this guy that just never veered. He was always a face, and then the Super Cena. So I had my issues with it. And even now, once he is turned heel, I agree. He has to, at some point, give a nod to C Nation. Yeah. They're lost without you right now.
Yeah, and I just, that's how he's going to go out, I think.
Yeah. Full peacemaker.
Go out playing the greatest hits.
Yeah.
Well, the problem with Cena's babyface run is they didn't listen to the audience. The audience was booing him for so long.
Vince don't care.
Same thing happened to Roman Reigns in the late 2010s.
Yeah, bro.
He was getting booed even though he was a babyface.
Hard. Yeah.
And the best thing to happen to Roman was a little bit of time off, comes back, and he's a heel.
That go away sometimes is what you need.
Yeah.
And I remember Baron Corbin, who is my guy.
Baron Corbin.
Love Baron Corbin, man. When he poured dog food on Roman, I was like, this is crazy. This is insane. And then the next time I saw Roman, he didn't lose forever. 1,316 days as champion. Usos did get a pin on him before that. But it was that go away is so pivotal. And sometimes they don't want to accept that. They're like, maybe you should be off TV for a little bit, get you some time with the family. But during that time, no, John was in your face all the time.
Yeah, it's the go away, and then you need people to be able to miss you. That's it. You need people to be able to go, oh, we'd love to see that guy again.
Yeah,
we did see that with Cody.
Yeah, for sure. Because man, when I first heard that doom doom. When I heard it again, I was like, man, I missed that for so long.
Yeah.
And everybody thinks I hate Cody. I'm just a Roman guy. Love Cody.
So if we think about John Cena's retirement tour, he probably only has 6 to 8-ish more opponents. 6 to 8-ish more matches.
Yeah.
What do you think those look like? So we know we've got Cody at SummerSlam.
Yeah. Now we got Cody.
Okay. So then if we look ahead from there, we've got...
I mean, if your theory happens, he has to go against Seth.
And I think a match with Seth does have to happen at some point in time.
That'd be great.
An AJ Styles match would be
solid.
Incredible.
Solid. Oh, yeah.
We still haven't had any sort of young talent, though. Like a Braun Breaker match would be amazing.
Mm-hmm. Which would also make sense with your theory.
Sure.
Because then, I think Bronson is so tied up with Penta that like Braun going after Cena would be good.
Yeah.
I mean, we know who the top babyface is right now, and the internet would hate seeing them going at each other. But 4 letters, 1 word.
Do we get John Cena versus Roman Reigns? Like it would be crazy that on John Cena's retirement tour, he doesn't have a match with one of the biggest stars in the company.
Yeah, but as much respect for John. Come on, dog. You know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is, bro. Roman's getting that dub.
So I feel like that's a match that has to happen. And one that's just sitting there. And there's a story that has to be told is John Cena versus The Rock.
I was about to say the final boss.
For the 3rd time.
Come on. Why not?
And we need an explanation as to why The Rock was the pivotal. Right.
What was that?
What was that at Elimination Chamber? Why was The Rock telling John Cena?
Why do you slit your throat so weird?
And I don't want the answer just to be it was the easy out. The Rock's a mega heel. If you do something that sides with The Rock, that makes you an instant heel. Yeah. I want an actual explanation for what The Rock's role in John Cena's heel turn is and why the heck Travis Scott was there.
Right.
Explain that.
Travis, respect to you.
Of course.
You walked down that ramp for so damn long. It was crazy. It was like... Cody could definitely get up by now. We got to still be in the realm. I know you're digging your moment right now, but time's ticking, bro. Get in that ring.
We just need an explanation.
Yeah.
That's it. It can be one sentence. Yeah. Give us an explanation.
Right. Make Rikishi do it.
He did it for The Rock.
He did it for The Rock.
He did it for The Rock.
This episode is brought to you by Blue Chew. Does it work? Well, find out for yourself. They're making it so easy. Your first month is free when you use the code CVV at BlueChew.com. Just sign up there at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped directly to your door. The best part is this is all done online. That means no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. They say there's nothing sexier than confidence. Well, Blue Chew gives you the confidence where it really counts. Make life easier by getting harder. And discover your options at BlueChew.com. Like I said, they've got a special deal going on right now for anybody watching this. Try your first month of Blue Chew for free with the code CVV. You just have to pay $5 for shipping. That's code CVV. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and all of the important safety information. And a big thank you to Blue Chew for sponsoring the show.
So then who's John Cena's final opponent?
Dude.
If it's not Randy Orton, if it's not CM Punk, who is it?
Yeah. I don't know. All of it really depends on if he has the title. If he has the title, I think it's going to be somebody from the new school. If he doesn't have the title, it's got to be a rival to one last time. But I know if he has the belt, he's got to give it up. But like I said, also, if you have a rival going for the title, I don't think they win. Just like this, not to Veer. Shout out to Veer Mahan. Still waiting for you to show up. Not to Veer.
Veer is coming.
Yeah, Veer's coming. I'm telling you. But this Goldberg-Gunther thing. Now, here you have John Cena, and John Cena threatening to leave the WWE with the title and yada, yada, yada. And now you got Goldberg talking about one last match, and it's going to be for the title. So are you going to let So is Goldberg going to win and leave WWE with the title? Because that's what John Cena's trying to do, and that seems like a bad thing. So it doesn't really feel like Goldberg's going to win.
I feel like we know who's going to win that match.
Yeah, and that's crazy. That's like, it takes all the zhuzh out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll get to see Goldberg one more time, hit me with the hits, but I need the zhuzh still. They're like, oh, it might, it won't.
People say what they want about Goldberg online, but if you listen to the reaction in the arena, Goldberg is still an attraction.
Just love to see him.
Like when he returned on Raw,
Yeah.
it was a huge ovation. Like he
Yeah.
gets a big reaction. The entrance is still an iconic thing.
Yeah.
And I think that people seem to forget that for some reason.
I think a lot of the bravery that the screen brings you, you know,
The
of
keyboard
saying
warriors.
Yeah, like you say these things and you say all of it is based in nostalgia, but when you're there, nostalgia is all in the room, bro.
And I say
It
this,
takes you over.
I say this all the time. Nostalgia is a hell of a drug.
Man, it is addicting. It makes you feel good. And you might sell a VCR for it. But it is a feeling like we've all seen crowds chant Goldberg, Goldberg. As many wrestling events as I've been to, I've only seen Goldberg come out one time. And that chant does feel good when you see it. He wasn't wrestling. I've never been to an event where Goldberg wrestled. But you, as a kid, you wish you had. So when you're an adult and you get to be there,
Yeah.
it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
I just watched my first Hardy Boys match live.
Wow.
Right. At TNA. Like, so when you have those moments that you feel like you missed out on and you get to do them as an adult and do whatever with your money that you want to, it feels good.
Yeah. So speaking of nostalgia, Back to the Future is my favorite movie of all time, greatest movie of all time. If you could jump into a DeLorean and travel back in time to any moment or match in wrestling history, what would it be?
Rock versus Hogan. Rock versus Hogan is so like,
I was there, by the way.
you sick. I've never been flexed on like this since Jalen Rose's haircut. What? Jalen Rose got the best lineup in the business. But yeah, that was crazy. I can't believe you flexed on me like this. I took an Uber here. That's wild.
I'm from Toronto.
Yeah, dude. But
18
like,
years old, WrestleMania 18.
oh, that's the best. So yeah, dude, that match to me is like, as far as you hear so much storytelling, you know, what exactly is storytelling in a match? That match right there, bro, is S-tier blueprint, telling a story right in front of you. The old guard passing to the new, both of them getting their stuff off. A fan of Hogan in The Rock getting to play one-on-one with, you know, just, I'm not going to call him Michael Jordan. Y'all know how I feel about Hulk Hogan. But just to be able to go in with one of the greats while they can still go, that reaction from the crowd at Mania, like 50-50 crowd, what do you want? That's it right there.
Yeah.
And then not only was the torch passed, but they teamed up.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah, that was the end of the NWO.
Yeah, like, dude, that was everything. That match is goosebumps every time you watch it.
When JR
Unless you're
says
Dave Meltzer.
3 out of 5 stars.
Crazy.
When JR says a lot of fans cheering for The Rock.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, a lot of fans cheering for Hollywood Hogan.
Yeah.
It's like the fact that they admit that, like that they recognize that. I was like, that's so
Feels like a heavyweight fight. It feels like a heavyweight fight.
First time I met The Rock and interviewed him, I said, I was there for WrestleMania 18. He's like, oh, that's amazing, man. Who were you cheering for?
Yeah.
I said, I was cheering for Hogan. He goes, me too. Like, hell yeah, Rock.
Damn it. He's so good at being political. Should be president.
Oh, yeah.
No. I would not wish that on anyone, any friend I've ever had.
The moment that I would go back to is June 28th, 1998,
That's amazingly specific.
Civic Arena, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. King of the Ring.
That's a good one.
Mankind Undertaker. Just because, like, no one is expecting that. Okay?
He's dead.
No one is expecting Mankind to be thrown off the cell.
Yeah. Like to start the match.
Like, so that's the thing. Like, they're climbing up, and you're like, wait a second.
Yeah, to start.
The match is going to start on top of that thing. And,
Yeah.
boy, that does not look safe.
Yeah.
Every time they step, it's giving way.
Twing, twing. Yeah, bro. Oh, man.
And then out of nowhere, like, there's no build to it. They weren't, like, hinting that someone might get thrown off.
No, there wasn't even a...
No, there was exactly. Taker just grabs him and goes, here we go.
Yep. Bumps away. Yeah, and
Could
then
you
think
imagine
he's dead.
being in that arena?
Bro, no.
Like,
no,
you would have
just
thought
the dead silence.
You would have
of
thought
like,
you just witnessed a murder.
Yeah. And like, what are they going to do now?
Yeah, like it's over.
Yeah, it's over.
Like,
what are they going to talk to me about on Monday?
The stretcher's coming out.
Yeah.
When Terry Funk came out, you're like, okay, this
Yeah,
is legit.
something's in street clothes.
Yes.
You know, he's out there, track pants, sneakers, hat. Yeah, you were like, it's done. This is it. And I was here to witness it. I'm going to save the ticket. Is this the last time I'm seeing Mick Foley?
And then he gets off the stretcher.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Yeah,
get
don't
away
touch
from me.
Don't touch me.
I'm going to climb back up there. And you see
Yeah.
Undertaker being like, we're going back
Yeah,
up?
you got a pretty terrible batting average going up there. I wouldn't do it.
And he's climbing like with one arm, essentially.
Yeah. And then he gets slammed through it. Chair hits him in the mouth, which was the kill shot.
His tooth is coming through his nose.
Yeah. Which for years thought was snot. I thought it was snot the entire time until I've seen the interviews where he's like, no, my tooth kind of shot into my nose. That's gnarly.
Wild.
I hope to never know what that's like, you know? And I had Mick on our show, and of course when you interview Mick, he's got to talk about it. You know, you got to talk about it. And I'm like, I told Mick, you are the embodiment of For the Love of the Game. And like, you don't have to do everything that you did, but you do it for the pop. And he goes, yeah, he talked about almost losing his eye on some thumbtacks. And he was like, I could lose an eye, but think of the pop. That's insane. Like, you don't have to, but he did it for us. That's why he's a wrestling god.
In sports, they always say you're only as good as your last game, right?
Yeah.
You're only as good as your last match in wrestling. But then I think of like Mick Foley, and that was 27 years ago.
Dude.
And we're still talking about it so passionately.
Yeah, he said, you know, he doesn't have the ability that, you know, The Rock or, you know, like athleticism or whatever that any of the other stars had. So he said what he was looking for was moments. I'm gonna have the moment, you know, the moment that you're talking about in the car on the ride home, you know, and that right there is everything that we know Mick Foley to be, and we are still talking about that moment. And when I show people who are new to wrestling that moment, they're like, how old were you? And I'm like, don't worry about that. Just pay attention to what I'm showing you. And he's fine, and he's funny, and he dresses up as Santa. This dude went on to live a great life. You know? That's wrestling, man.
Do you want to have that moment in wrestling?
Kinda. I don't want to. I'm not no Hell in a Cell, no.
We always see you in the audience.
Yeah.
The camera's like, hey, look, O'Shea Jackson Jr.'s here. The star of Den of Thieves 2 is here. I was there at the Raw debut on Netflix.
Yeah, and I disrespected the Clipper crowd. Yeah.
In their own building.
Baby. Yeah.
So would you want to step into the ring?
Right now, I'm doing training for Den of Thieves 3. There is no date yet. I'm just getting training in right now. And so when I get ready, I'm definitely going to be hitting up Booker T, because Booker T, every time he sees me, he's like, when you coming to reality wrestling? I'm like, all right, chill out. It's your birthday. I'm trying to tell you happy birthday. But so I'm definitely going to check out Book. And I definitely want to, but I don't want the celebrity spot, because I don't earn wrestling fans respect that way. You know, I don't want the Jon Stewart spot. No disrespect to Jon Stewart. I love Jon Stewart, but like, I don't want that type of spot. I want to go. And Logan and Bad Bunny have kind of set the bar right now.
Yeah.
So I got to go, just so wrestling fans can give me that nod of like, no, that did it.
So you want to do it. You want to have a match.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And like, it's got to go hard. I'm not going to do anything less. And I got to make sure I'm not under contract with any movie when it happens. Because when you go on contract in movies, they like, you have to sign something that says, I won't go scuba diving. I won't like ride a motorcycle. I won't do anything that'll put me in danger. So they will not go for it. But yeah, I need to go hard.
Would this have to happen in WWE for you to be happy?
No, I feel like I'm gonna do a bit of a tour before I get there. I don't want to just jump.
You're gonna do like the David Arquette thing, the Paul Walter Hauser thing.
Yeah, that's my boy.
He is crushing it.
That is my boy. But yeah, absolutely. And I got to figure out how I'm gonna do it because I have such a recognizable face that I don't know. It might be somebody masked that you don't know it's me until I'm ready to show you.
Well, that clip's gonna get played at some point in time. Maybe you're already doing it.
Who knows?
And we don't know.
Right. I mean, unmask myself when it's time.
So you want to have a match?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to go hard.
Not just one match.
No. I want to go hard.
Oh
I need a payoff. I need a payoff, baby. Yep.
Well, Stephen Amell had a match at SummerSlam.
Right.
Stephen Amell had a match at the very first All In.
Yeah,
there is precedent
that dude goes
here.
hard too.
I've said a lot actually that Stephen Amell crawled so that guys like Logan Paul or Bad Bunny could run.
Yeah, I ran into Logan at where were we? What were we doing in New York? Oh, Fanatics
Fest.
Yeah, my God, I couldn't think of that word. Yeah, so I met Logan Paul at Fanatics Fest, and I was like, no matter what they tell you, you go, bro. Like you do some stuff you don't have to do, and fans appreciate that, but they will never tell you. We'll never tell you. He was like, yeah, I mean, I feel that. The people in the back give me praise, so I'm cool with it, but I know they'll never tell me.
But he's got to be the guy that, like, if he gets praise from someone like Triple H, he's got to go, okay, then none of the rest of the noise matters.
Yeah.
If that guy says I'm doing a good job, he knows. If Shawn Michaels says I'm doing a good job, I think that it's probably pretty good.
He leans into it so well.
Yeah.
He's so perfect for it. Like Logan is such the perfect bad guy because he is good and he knows you know it and he knows you won't say it and he's going to tell you that he's good. Like that's wrestling. You jerk.
You did a segment in TNA.
Yeah.
That could have been.
That's true. AJ Francis.
Could still turn into something more.
Yeah, who knows? And TNA's so dope.
Yeah.
Let me give a nod to TNA. I've been to plenty of wrestling events. TNA is the most fun I've ever had at a wrestling event.
TNA fans are so hardcore.
Dude, I love
and
it.
I am one of them. I've been a loyal TNA fan since like 05.
Yeah, TNA is sick.
04,
dude.
actually. Yeah, when it started.
TNA is sick. Tommy Dreamer always takes care
Started
of
in
it.
02. Sorry, everyone's going to be like, well, actually started in 02.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everything you say, you have to think about what the comment's going to say.
TNA started in 2002.
Yeah.
I've been a loyal fan. Back to the conversation.
But yeah, Tommy Dreamer's been looking out for me. And yeah, TNA, I had such a great time. Got to kick it with the Hardys, which me and my sister just freaked out. Every cool person that runs into me, my sister just happens to be there, and I look so cool. But then as soon as they walk away, I'm just like, I got to talk to the Hardys. Mick Foley came up to me at the first SmackDown on Fox at Staples when they robbed Kofi Kingston in front of all of us. Mick Foley kind of tapped me and was like, hey, I loved you in Long Shot. And I was like, damn, thank you, Mick Foley.
I loved you in Long Shot too.
Thanks, Chris.
That is such an underrated movie.
Man, thank you.
Yeah.
I love shout out to Seth and shout out to Charlize, the first woman African American president. She was. She was, dude.
I did the junket for that movie. I interviewed you for that. I should pull up the photo. I'm sure it's somewhere.
Absolutely.
Did I send it to you?
Yeah, you for sure did.
Right?
100% did.
Let's look at this thing.
But yeah,
to
dude.
see how little we've aged since then.
In Long Shot, Charlize Theron becomes the first woman African American president.
Because she's from South Africa?
Because she's from South Africa. She said, what do you want? Like, bro.
There it is. Look at that.
Absolutely, bro.
Wow.
My God. Little did we know. We're going to talk about wrestling.
Here we are now. That was 2018?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it had to be.
And
yeah, because we shot it in 2017, so that's 2018.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I'm 3 years into acting right there.
Man.
Right?
And crushing it.
And now I'm in Star Wars, didn't die. Remember, I didn't die, Disney. And now we're talking wrestling, man.
Who's your all-time great in wrestling? Like, who's your all-timer?
The Rock has always been my guy because The Rock, when I was a kid, I was a very shy kid, and really wanted to be out the way type kid. And The Rock, watching him and his promos and just who that character is, as a kid, I needed to see that because it taught me to always have something to say. People are going to throw stuff at you, and you always got to be, quick as a whip and just have something in the pocket to say. And so The Rock kind of helped me get out of that shyness a little bit and like use my voice a little bit more just because I was watching wrestling every week.
Yeah.
And now with where I'm at, because I'm a heel, it's Roman Reigns, baby.
He's not a heel. He's not a heel anymore.
Bro, but he's the greatest of all time. 1,316 days, carried the company on his back during COVID when all of us were just LED screens giving us cinema after cinema after cinema. You damn right he deserves time off. Take all the time off that you want. Show up for the big four only if you want. I don't care. It doesn't matter who you grew up with, watching with your dad while you sat on his lap. The GOAT, greatest of all time, is Roman Reigns. Your, our Tribal Chief.
What a promo.
I just know people are like,
people just love to be angry.
Hate that, yeah. There's no way because such and such, and who gives a damn did no.
I think it's so funny when the argument is made of like, well, he never shows up. It's like, well, that's what makes it interesting.
Yeah, that's what
when
makes
he shows
him
up,
a
it's
draw.
meaningful.
Yeah, bro,
it's
it
the Brock
means
Lesnar schedule.
Yeah.
Like when Brock Lesnar would wrestle 3 times a year, you're like, oh, well, this is meaningful though.
Yeah.
This means something.
When you hear that guitar riff, that dude, that guitar riff in the beginning sounds like a robot T-Rex like that. Oh my God.
I love the little record scratch.
Yeah, right in there, just cutting up
For no reason. That song goes way harder than it needs to.
Man, it's in the playlist for sure. That comes on. My favorite thing to do is like, we all got our playlists that we play in the car or like at the gym. Throw in a wrestling entrance right there and tell me you don't pop when it randomly comes on.
Every time. You start doing a little bit of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, just the back and forth. Or like you're driving
gym.
and like Lauryn Hill just went off, but then you hear, here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talks.
It's the best feeling.
What's the most
Psychos.
What's the most underrated theme song?
Oh, bro, they changed it a little bit. Alexa Bliss's theme, bro. That bana 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 bana. That if you listen to that, whoever was in the studio was on one. They're killing it. It has a bunch of different layers to it. Just it's all over the place, and she's so tiny, and the beat is so big. And shout out to Alexa Bliss, 5 Feet of Fury. That right
That's a
there.
good
I think
pick.
it's called Spiteful. I think the name of the song is Spiteful. But yeah, that song is a banger.
There's so many Jim Johnston themes from like
Oh my God.
early 2000s, late 90s.
Yeah.
That go so hard. Like
So hard.
Ken Shamrock's theme song.
Ken Shamrock and Steve Blackman.
Steve Blackman was just on my show.
No way.
Oh, he hasn't done an interview in I think since 2007.
Dude,
Yeah.
these were my guys. I was like, there's no reason why they shouldn't murder everybody.
Right?
Like Steve Blackman, Lethal Weapon, dude. I was like, this dude is the man, and I really believe him. If I believe you, you should go to the moon. But yeah, Ken Shamrock.
That one, I think Gangrel's theme song.
Yeah, that's I just interviewed Nikki Blackheart, and Gangrel's that's like her mentor. So Gangrel, shout out to Gangrel. They scare the hell out of me.
A current one is Jacob Fatu's theme.
Yeah,
Man.
Jacob Fatu, bro. It feels perfect. It's even the pyro, just on point.
And solos. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun.
There's something about them drums, dude. Them drums when you hear solos coming. And Solo is so weird because his his entrance and his big boss persona, but then he'll do it like what he did with the shaking the knees. And like he's just like, he's so funny, but he's menacing at the same time, which is hard to do. Hard to do.
So what's your all-time favorite WWE entrance theme?
Stone Cold got to be up there because there's nothing, when that glass breaks, that's your ass.
Yeah.
But one that I feel like doesn't get a lot of love that, I also like, is it Slow Chemical? The Kane one?
Yeah.
That's a solid one. With the lyrics too. With the lyrics. And but my favorite, I said this on No Contest, my favorite theme that I feel like don't get enough love is One of a Kind by Rob Van Dam.
That's such a good one.
I used to, Chris, when I tell you this song would make me run through a wall, bro. I like when that drops, can't tell me nothing.
And the way it starts too, the
Oh my God. That is such a like party anthem.
The fair I see when I look in your eyes
makes you believe I'm one of a kind.
One of a kind.
It's the best. It was the best. And you know, somebody's coming out to go hard, and it's Rob Van Dam, Mr. Monday Night.
It's and the bar was set high because in ECW, his theme song Pantera Walk, that's one of the best ECW theme songs, right up there, of course, with Sandman's theme song.
Yeah.
But like, how are you going to top that?
Yeah, One of a Kind.
Oh well, check this out.
One of a Kind goes hard, dude.
That is an excellent selection.
Thank you.
Very good.
I'm about that.
You asked this question in every single one of your episodes, so I'm sure you have an answer. But who is on your wrestler bar fight team? So set this up for people who might not know what we're talking about.
Okay, on the No Contest Wrestling Podcast, what I like to ask people is, you are in a bar with 50 dudes who don't want you in there. I need you to pick a team of you and 4 other superstars to make sure you're getting to the car. Now, this changes every week. Every week it changes, but number one pick, people that I'm like, yeah, I need you in my corner, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, 100%, because I took my sister to the Raw after Mania after 39, and she had never seen Brock in person. We're like second row. We ended up getting bumped up to first row. And she saw Brock and she goes, Shay, Brock is big as hell. I said, Creamer, this dude is a refrigerator walking like this, and he will fight you, and he's okay with that. So Brock Lesnar got to go number one.
You might not need anybody else.
It's like, oh, he's with Brock. Never mind. Let's just send him some beers. Brock Lesnar for sure. Number 2, because I just had a conversation with Rey Mysterio. And I'm going to pick Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah?
I'm going to pick Eddie Guerrero because Eddie will have your back. Eddie will have your back like none other, and Eddie will go. Eddie will go.
The fact that there's that story where Eddie Guerrero went for a double leg on Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Tells you he's
crazy.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's going to fight.
He's crazy.
Who goes for a double leg on an Olympic gold medalist?
Exactly, dude. Next, I got to go Jacob because I feel like.
Sure.
Come on. What are we talking about here?
And he's been there and done it.
I gotta go with Jacob. Now 4 was Kurt. I usually, I've been picking Kurt because whoever I watch a few times, like during that week, I'm like, oh yeah, he should be on my bar fight. Is Kurt. Now, if my man TJ was here, I would pick Andre because nobody's messing with Andre. But I don't know what age Andre I'm getting, so I'm going Kurt Angle. Anybody want a peanut? I'm going Kurt Angle.
Hard to argue with that one.
Yeah, I'm going athleticism, speed, and then like Jacob, I know got my back. I think pretty sure he's an Ice Cube fan.
You're getting out of there.
Yeah, I'm out of there.
I'm pretty sure he's an Ice Cube fan.
Yeah, something about him just makes me know he's an Ice Cube fan.
Could you believe they released R-Truth?
No.
I couldn't believe it.
No, and I texted him immediately. I was like, don't do this to me. It's 9 a.m. Just tell me if this is for fake. He was like, no, it's the truth. And I was like, don't say that. There's no way. He was like, I just found out. Like, yeah, it's happening.
I was like, there's no way this is a storyline because, like, you don't joke about people being released.
Fired.
Like, it's too serious. You don't, especially at a time when other people had been released.
Yeah.
You don't make that part of a storyline.
Yeah, it's in bad taste. And not to say, WWE hasn't done some things in bad taste before, but just firings and, releases just doesn't seem like the right way to do things, even from a business standpoint. And business is the bottom line with that company. And so when the R-Truth thing happened, I sent out a tweet, and all I really wanted was, that's the person you let say goodbye. They don't get dropped in an email. Good luck on your future endeavors. They don't get that. You allow somebody like that, somebody who has been the sands of time within your company, you let them say goodbye.
Beloved by everyone.
Yeah, everyone from multiple eras.
Yes.
So you let them say goodbye, and that was the thing that really was making me angry, is that they never let Truth get a thank you, Truth.
Yeah.
That they never let him get that. And so it was really bugging me for a while. And then for the first time in a long time, wrestling surprised me when he came in the ring and interfered and, took the hoodie off, and it was Truth. By the way, you could tell it was Truth because the hoodie goes up a little bit, and I saw that black ass back. And I knew that's our Truth. But when that happened, that's the first time, I can't even think of the last time that wrestling really shocked me, and I was surprised, and it was like a feel-good moment. I was a kid again for 30 seconds. And that is why you have to watch.
And the beautiful thing about it was it reminded the fans that what they say does matter.
Yeah.
And WWE is listening, because without the "We Want Truth" chants, without the outcry online, that wouldn't have happened.
It doesn't happen. And, I know that there is still they said it was a work, or wouldn't it be better if they just said, you got to look at it from this point. If me as a company tell the people directly that they have that much power, that's how you get Zaza Pachulia in the All-Star game. All right. That's how you get some stuff that just doesn't really there's going to be abusers of that power. And so that's why the NBA took away your fan vote. Zaza just shouldn't be there anymore. And that's what happened over there. In this instance, yes, we all know what happened. We all know what we saw, but they could never really tell you directly it was because of you, because they know not all of that is going to be genuine all the time.
When Triple H was asked about it at the press conference, and he said, "Are you enjoying the show?"
Yeah.
It's all part of the show.
Yep.
People interpreted that as, oh, well, he's just telling us now it was part of the show this whole time. I interpreted it, and I don't know what he meant by it, but I interpreted it as, you don't know? You don't know if this was real or not?
Yeah.
Well,
you're welcome.
That's all part of the show then.
And
that's the magic.
Take it.
And I think that somehow was lost in translation. But I feel like what he was saying was, if you don't know, then that means you're enjoying the show.
Yeah, which is a solid response. Because like I said, I don't believe in telling them directly, but I do believe in also paying attention to the people who are paying to come see you. So yeah, that's a perfect answer for a balancing act that you have to put on.
And there's been a lot of moments. The "We Want Cody" movement leading up to WrestleMania 40.
Yeah, garbage. Trash.
But it led to arguably one of the greatest WrestleMania moments of all time.
Yeah, arguably. I'm more of a 39 fan myself.
Roman through and through.
Yeah, that was great.
What if Roman 39 turned heel on you?
I probably deserved it.
I'd still love him.
Yeah, great guy, still a supporter.
Man, 1,316 days.
Oh, by the way, WWE still mad at you because how do you not make Roman 1/316 merch? How do you not make that? That would have been how angry people would have been. Roman 1/316. Oh, anyway,
it's a good point.
Yeah, I try.
So good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
So we could chop it up about wrestling for the next 4 hours.
Van Vliet, the Vlietest Van I know, dude.
I'll ask you the question that I ask everybody. I asked you this last time. Maybe your answers have changed. I don't know.
Okay.
But Shay, what are 3 things you're grateful for right now?
Ooh, 3 things I'm grateful for are I'm grateful for the No Contest Wrestling Podcast. I'm grateful for it because it does give me a level of stability. It's gotten me somebody who I consider a really close friend of mine, my tag team partner, TJ Jefferson. And I get to go on the Rich Eisen show whenever I want, which is really cool because I get to spew nonsense. Grateful for this has been different from the last time I was here, but my nephew Zeke, my guy, my nephew, he's healthy. I got a niece on the way. Thanks, Daryl. And my baby girl Jordan, and just health. I've been to 3 funerals this year alone, so I'm grateful for the health of everybody who's close to me, and so my new venture, my family, and my health.
Well, everybody go download or go listen to, go subscribe to No Contest Wrestling Podcast.
Right.
And if you start off with CM Punk as your first guest.
Solid, bro.
I mean,
right now, like our ends are CM Punk and Rey Mysterio and everything in between. We're kind of killing it right now.
It's pretty incredible.
And the way that I tell everybody at the end of every episode now is you guys have a good day, but not too good, because who the hell do you think you are? What a heel.
And what a way to end this.